Are you wondering how to auto-lock rows in Smartsheet? Well, if that's the case, then you've come to the right place, because in today's video, I'm going to show you step by step how to set up this automation, why you may want to do so, along with share some tips and suggestions along the way. So for the purpose of this demo, I've loaded up a program and portfolio summary sheet. Here is where we are documenting all of the projects that we're running in our program or portfolio. Now, the reason why I want to lock one of these rows is that once a particular project reaches a stage, let's just say the project becomes complete, I don't want any other team members coming into this sheet and changing any of the details, particularly the financials. That's a use case for this, but there will be reasons why you want to lock rows down from other users from making further edits. So I'm now going to walk you through the process. It's very, very simple. So the first thing you need to do is open up the source sheet, or the sheet where the rows of data you want to protect are being held. Next, you want to click on Automation and then click Create from Scratch. At which point you want to give this automation a name, make it clear and make it relatable to exactly what you're doing. So locking down completed project rows. So this is what I'm doing. Of course, you're going to have to extrapolate this to your particular use case. So the trigger is that when rows are changed, but you could do this when a date is reached. So you could lock a row down when a particular date is reached, or even if a row is added. It's a really good way of protecting your data. But for this demonstration, when rows are changed. So in the when, I'm going to choose the project status, and the field here is, I'm going to do complete. Now you'll notice that it's not actually in the drop-down options at the moment. It's not, this particular text string does not exist on the sheet at present. So I've just typed it in and then I've pressed the checkbox and that's brought it into view. In the run workflow, I want it to be when triggered, but we could do hourly, daily or weekly. It's completely up to you. At which point you want to add the condition to filter the rows. So here, what we're going to be doing is pretty much specifying this change. So project status, we could put is one of, but I'm going to put in here, I'll put contains. I need to make sure this is spelled right. Complete. Now just make sure it is the same text string. So make sure if you're using complete up here, you use complete down here as well. At which point you scroll down and you need to select an action. This time you are selecting lock rows. Okay. Now that is all in place. All we need to do is hit save. Now, you may have noticed that you can actually, if I just remove this quickly, you can actually unlock rows. So you can use this process in reverse if you wanted to do that. But I'm not going to at this particular stage. We just want to lock the row when the project status changes to complete. So hit save. And now we have our automation in place. If we hover over here, we can see that it's activated. We can edit this automation if we click this edit button. We can duplicate it if we want to set up similar automations as well and not have to start from scratch. We can also delete it if it's no longer required. Now, before I run a test, I just want to show you this, or the data that we hold in this sheet. So if I scroll across now, you'll see the project status column. We have not started, in progress, and in progress. So the way I want this automation to work is if I change this to complete and hit save, the lock should come in. Now, if you've got existing data in the sheet, sometimes this doesn't work right away. So what you have to do is go in automation and hit manage automation workflows and just test it. So click here and go on test now, and then run that trigger on the entire sheet, press OK. And if we go back and hit refresh, here we go, changes have been made to the sheet, refresh, we should see row 3 has been locked. Now, assuming the other stakeholders don't have kind of admin permissioning, they won't be able to unlock this. If they've just been shared to the sheet, they won't be able to unlock this, nor will they be able to edit any of this data. It is now locked in. Now, of course, we could set this up for other project statuses. We could set it up for any other column as well, but that is the use case for today's video. Hope it's been useful. Any questions, comments, feedback, drop them down below. With that said, over to you. Best of luck, and I hope you have an excellent day.